Greetings once again, my friends. We are back. Sorry for the delay on that. We literally had some issues with the kids, so that kind of took up Drak's time, so he couldn't go and prep up the stream. But we are back with some .hack.
We're back.
We are in fact back.
So
we can in fact
find a heat wave hound, huh?
So really quick, now that Andrea is no longer here. By the way, Andrea is going to be giving me all kinds of crap because we forgot to let her say goodbye. Oh no. It's confirmed, Drak hates Andrea.
Fairy rain.
Now Alex is going to have to come out and do the tell-all story for everybody about how much he truly hated Drak and never wanted to do Drak and Shadow and all that.
When behind the YouTubers returned.
Yes, exactly. And then the drugs came. So, we actually did have an interesting discussion happening that I kind of want to get into, which was things that have lasted longer than CNN+. So, I actually want to do this live, because why not? Let's see. Oh, I have to turn it on. Okay, so I have to type it. Things that have lasted longer. It actually comes up. Things that have lasted longer than CNN+. Alright,
.hack roots lasted longer than CNN+.
Oh, my bad. It actually comes up as things that lasted longer than the Confederacy? What the hell? That lasted longer than CNN+. Which .hack did you say?
Both sign and roots.
Yeah, they all did.
Because they went
okay, so
6 weeks.
This is from one of my favorite sites, the Babylon Bee. 18 things that... Oh, you like the Babylon Bee?
Yeah, they're
all
good
right.
stuff.
Thank you. All right. See, sometimes we come together on things. So, things that have lasted longer than CNN+. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, a gallon of milk.
Oh, jeez.
2, Kamala Harris's presidential campaign.
Oh, jeez.
3, 2 weeks to stop the spread.
Oh.
4, Firefly. Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
That hurts. 5, Housefly. 6, brief transitory inflation. 7, Seattle's Chaz. 8, the ending of Return of the King. Oh, I love that. 9, your wife's multi-level marketing business.
Oh, no.
Number 10, Colin Kaepernick's enslavement in the NFL.
Oh.
You've seen that, right? Oh my god, he actually compared the NFL to slavery.
Oh, jeez. We saw this.
Yes, it's slavery that you got paid millions of dollars.
Yeah, woes you.
11, your New Year's resolution to get in shape. 12, your New Year's resolution to read your Bible. Oh, God. 13, free AOL trial CD with 1,000 hours of internet. 14, the COVID vaccine's effectiveness. 15, Zune lasted longer. How many people remember Zune? 16, Google Plus.
Google Plus, wow.
Google Plus, the one thing that YouTube can't recover from. Number 17, James Cameron's Avatar's cultural impact. And then 18, the 18th thing that lasted longer than CNN+, the Babylon Bee's Twitter suspension. Oh my god, thank you, Babylon Bee. I really appreciate this. But I wanted like legit media stuff that lasted longer. Let's see. Oh, I love the Babylon Bee. They have some of the greatest takes. Let's see. I want actual like media things because I actually came to a realization when I was prepping for the next stream is that we can proudly say that Sonic Boom lasted longer than CNN+.
Yeah, it's true.
But on the downside, we can also state that Thundercats Roar lasted longer than CNN+.
Aww.
Oh, and now we're sad.
Yeah.
Speaking of animation, did you hear the latest news on Netflix?
I don't know.
So Netflix their shares went down by like 200,000 or something like that.
Yeah, they lost like a lot of subscribers.
And as a result of that, they've shut down a lot of their animation projects.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And in fact, I can't actually get a confirmed list of what is dead and what isn't. There are a few titles that are confirmed, and I didn't know them off the top of my head. But the one I've been looking up is Adi Shankar's Devil May Cry, and I can't get confirmation that it's still being worked on. So I'm a little sad at that, because I kind of did want to watch that with you guys and see how that was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was really hoping that it was going to be like actual Devil May Cry humor, but I cannot confirm if it is there. That's a sad thing, in my opinion. That a bunch of anime, or not anime, but about a bunch of animation projects got halted because Netflix can't afford them.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Oh, and we have to mention this next week, but let's just talk about this now. For the first time ever, Netflix will have ads.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while, though.
They have been talking about that for a while, but
Crap, where'd it go?
basically they've said that they will have a plan that incorporates ads, and now we're starting to see a lot of streaming services now having like a lower tier membership that includes ads. And I can't remember. Have you given your thought on that?
No, I haven't.
Because I've heard tell that even Crunchyroll is well, Crunchyroll already had it. What was the anime one that didn't have it that I can't remember?
Just Crunchyroll, as far as I know.
Maybe High Dive?
High Dive? No, High Dive doesn't.
High Dive has ads?
No, they don't.
All I know is that a lot of the mainstream ones, even Disney Plus, is considering having ads.
The only one I know that had ads was Crunchyroll, but they did away with that. Now it's just a purely subscriber service. So.
Oh, they got rid of the tier that lets, or the free tier that basically works with ads?
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
I know, it sucks.
Well, they're owned by Sony now, so that won't last long. Because, you know, Sony likes making a quick buck, except when it comes to boobies. I actually am very upset about the fact that Food Wars is going to be off of Crunchyroll.
Yeah, well,
because I haven't finished it yet.
It's going to High Dive.
Yes, it's going to High Dive, but I won't be watching on High Dive. I'll be watching it probably on Kiss Anime. Because I'm officially done trying to explain to the anime industry they need to stop
How about over there?
giving crap to the pirates of the Caribbean.
Here goes.
Oh yeah, that dog.
Yeah.
That thing will haunt my nightmares. The Heatwave Hound is back. But yeah, so Netflix is going to be doing that. I've already told Andrea, and I'll tell you, if it is less than what we currently pay for Netflix, I will be downgrading.
Right.
Because Andrea still wants to keep Netflix. There's still some things she's watching on it. Whereas I'm not really watching anything on it. Even though I still need to finish things like Voltron and a few others. But it's gotten to a point where we have a bunch of accounts with these streaming services, and I'm only keeping like 3 active at a time. So like basically pushing Andrea to finish whatever she's watching on a service and then canceling it until they have something worthwhile merit to bring us back. And that's saying a lot, honestly. But CNN Plus, that was a service.
It was a service?
Why the fuck was it a service?
I don't know.
Who came out of the bathroom one day and just had an epiphany like, we need a streaming service for news?
For news.
That is like the last thing I would think of that a streaming service should be. Good lord, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
Oh my gosh, and again, CNN of all places, like, you know, wherever you land on the political spectrum, can we all at least agree that CNN is boring as fuck?
Well, cable news is, yeah.
Well, yes, but I would actually say CNN is the guiltier candidate because they've been around longer.
That's true.
This is in fact true. Like, poor James Earl Jones. I mean, he got paid a lot for that. This is CNN, but
It's a little too close.
But good God, man, he also got a lot of bad press because of that.
What do you mean? I'm the one who was scared.
Yay, we got a D.
A D.
We're passable.
I'm ripped.
I guess we've cleared it.
Let's see. Oh, good Lord, come on. I've got a bunch of sites, but unfortunately all of them have, like, you know, sorry to bother you, but could you please consider supporting this site? No! I refuse to support you. Yeah, so CNN Plus, that was a thing.
That was a thing.
That was a thing that happened. And I actually wanted to ask you if Quibi lasted longer than CNN
It
Plus,
did.
and it did.
It did.
Oh God, it did.
If you count the time from Quibi's founding in 2018
Netflix's Cowboy Bebop lasted longer than CNN Plus.
It did.
Oh God.
How many episodes was Bebop? I forgot. The live action.
10, like 8 to 10.
8 to 10, yeah.
8 to 10, and then it got canceled. And they never
No
looked
matter what was
back.
going on, those guys always played the world like they really meant it. They communicated with people like they really meant it. They're good guys. They really are. For them. And for Shino, I won't run away from the world.
Even though a 10-year-old twat is running it.
We gotta get rid of the 10-year-old twat.
Yeah, we do. We really do. It's not a good idea for him to be managing the world. And he needs to die in the worst possible imaginable way. Which I'm pretty sure is not going to happen. Oh, but actually, I want to talk about this too. So I got some good news, Alex.
Yeah?
Because it turns out that we got another trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Cool.
And its release date got moved up.
Oh, nice.
So it was originally supposed to be coming out in September, but now it's going to be coming out July 29th. And what's even better, Alex? We have Mecha confirmed!
Hey.
Oh my God! Yes!
Very nice.
Xeno is returning with Mecha! Yes, it's a weird mechanic where they have, like, I think it's 6 overall characters, and 3 of each are based in... So the premise of the game is that the people of Xenoblade 1 are going to meet the people of Xenoblade 2, who were living in different dimensions up until now. And they both have different theologies based around creation and everything like that, and so they go to war. But your party is going to have, like, 3 people of one side and 3 people of another, and when they merge together in some weird way, like they go into, like, this weird wave existence realm, they actually in the real world are in what look like mecha. They look like mobile suits.
Nice.
Kind of thing, or like Avas. The better description is like they look like Avas, kind of thing. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, Xenoblade's coming back to its fucking roots. Oh my god! Like I actually almost started crying when I saw the trailer, and Andrea's in the room so she could confirm it. Well, not anymore.
You want to talk here? What if Sakaki listens in on us with the Serpent of Lore?
Uh-oh. Are we gonna have a menage a trois?
Not here. What just... Don't worry. I installed an additional program in your PCs.
How did you have
I'm
access?
now going to begin area hacking. Do exactly as I instruct. Understood?
I refuse.
Area hacking is an illegal means of transportation which allows you to enter areas normally inaccessible.
First, we need to find where the data anomaly is occurring.
Wait, so Little Miss Goody Two-Shoes is a hacker?
Of course she is.
I'm giving so much shit to her now.
She's a programmer, of course.
She is a programmer, but like,
Yes.
there are
it
such
is.
things as programmers that are not hackers.
When you locate the anomaly, the program that I installed earlier will make a sound to notify you.
This is the new hot cold game of the game in the world.
Yes, just like that.
Okay, so you're creating portals.
It's not
Yep.
just the lost
Does this mean you have to
grounds.
think with portals?
Anomalies
Probably.
are appearing
All right.
everywhere.
I hope you're
In
ready
towns
for that.
And in other areas too. Just to be safe, you should remember their locations.
Anomalous data. But yeah, I want to share that because Xenoblade 3 is coming out in July. There is mecha in the game, and this is going to be the last Xenoblade game. They've already said like they're gonna do Xenoblade games in trilogy in a trilogy. So
Still the world?
I doubt I'm gonna get a Xenoblade 4, and that's fine. If they want to do another Xeno, I'm okay with it.
And not an outer dungeon. That's
Are
what
they
Master
ruled by
Drak
outer
called
gods?
it. I suppose you could call them a byproduct of Ida's corrosion of the world. While we're in an
I could
outer
also call them
dungeon,
an energon
not even
mine.
the Serpent of Lore can find us here. Just be aware of one thing. There are outer bugs lurking out here as well. They're dangerous creatures, so you mustn't let your guard down. Understood? All right, let's go. Kuhn and
Maybe
the
you
others are
shouldn't have
waiting
put
for us.
kids in charge. Because now they're going to be super paranoid and then they're going to run into bugs. Welcome everyone to the Dataverse. Or to the Dataverse.
To the data.
Ow.
Ow.
Oh, I can think of another game thing that lasted longer than Xenon Plus. Fallout 76's popularity.
Oh.
Ooh. Also Cyberpunk's popularity.
Oh.
Ooh, oh, you did.
Bone Crusher.
There you go. What the hell happened to you, Pi?
What do you mean?
She, like, went... In the middle of that, she looked like she was lying down on your sword. I think you caught her.
Ow.
So, I'm guessing those are security measures.
Yeah.
Those are the bugs, but the lasers were probably security measures.
Yeah.
How dare we interject actual logic into this game? My apologies, everybody. I know I shouldn't have done that, but you know, sometimes you just can't avoid it.
Oh, let me down.
Oh, this is another one that we actually might bring up for the podcast. So this is a rumor right now. We can't confirm it yet, but Sony is apparently looking to introduce in-game ads into free-to-play PlayStation games. So this is going to be kind of an addition to their. I believe it's also going to be part of the PlayStation Plus tiers. But yeah, in-game ads to free-to-play PlayStation games.
Into the plus subscription.
No, so this is right now the way that they're saying it is that if a game comes out free to play on PlayStation services, they will have to submit to ads.
Oh, okay.
So again, we can't confirm this because we don't have there hasn't been proper evidence produced. But given Sony and how they've kind of approached things, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, it seems possible.
Which would suck, because, basically, indie creators would then have to realize, it would have to figure out if they want to bring their games to PlayStation platforms.
If it's free to... I guess I can't understand if it's free to play, though.
Well, my only issue with it is that if the game creator themselves don't want the ads in there, then at that point I would just say don't bring it to PlayStation platforms. Because you won't get a choice in the matter.
Right.
So at that point, just bring it to Steam. Steam doesn't care. Bring it to Microsoft. They kind of care, but not really. So another one that actually got me in trouble last night online because they just officially announced this. So Wheel of Time on Amazon got a second season. Okay. And they're actually going to be bringing in a character that both me and my brother actually like in the series. So much so, he actually, like, one of his WoW characters is named after her.
Right.
And they've already announced that they are going to be race swapping her, and they are going to have to do some changes to the character. And I got a lot of crap on Twitter because I immediately said, pretty much this. I'm looking up, because somebody said it better than me, and I want to give them proper comeuppance there. So, let's see. Here it is. Oh, come on. I want to bring it up.
Evil snakeskin.
There we go. So, as soon as this announcement happened, this actually was said by the gentleman scholar on Twitter. Nope, that's not Avienda. That's not an Aiel. Or an Aes Sedai. And this show isn't Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. And we got a bunch of butthurt people calling us racist because we have not been approving of the race swaps and in some cases the gender swaps that have been happening in Wheel of Time. And I'm honestly happy to say I have not watched any of it because as soon as I found out that one of the things that made Wheel of Time unique when it came to other fantasy novels, Amazon completely ignored it because of gender. And I'll bring it up to you and see whether or not this makes sense to you. So, like, you know how magic works in other fantasy novels, right? Where sometimes it's costly, sometimes you have to learn a language or things like that, right?
Right, okay.
So, in Wheel of Time, Robert Jordan did something very unique in the fact that he created both male and female forms of magic. And the main difference between the two of them was that the male form of magic was cursed.
Okay.
Because, I'm trying to sum this up in my head for you. Basically, in Wheel of Time, there is always a chosen one called the Dragon.
Right.
And so it's like a prominent male magic user that would come to keep the world in balance, kind of thing, like an Anakin Skywalker kind of thing.
Sure.
But during one of his battles with the evil, I can't remember what its name was off the top of my head, but during one of those battles, he was cursed, where the more he uses his connection to magic, which is a genuinely male kind of way to do it,
right,
he would slowly go insane.
Right.
And so eventually in history, the first ever dragon, which was revered for a time, he actually, by the time you get into the book series, he has a horrible reputation. He's literally called Kinslayer because he went crazy and unleashed his power on friends and things like that. Like, he basically brought a bad reputation to the title of dragon.
Right, okay.
And so Wheel of Time actually kind of kept true to this and said that there's a distinct female form of magic as well as a male form of magic. And the male form of magic is cursed. So, like, male magic users can't use it that much because they go crazy very quickly.
Okay.
But even women can't use it that long because it actually... I can't remember all of the side effects, but one of them was, like, it could shorten their lifespan. And so at that point, like, there were distinct ways that made Wheel of Time different when it came to fantasy tropes like magic, that made it unique. And Amazon, when they created this series, and keep in mind, like, I've brought this up to you a couple times. My brother has been waiting on a Wheel of Time movie or books for years. He's a major lover of Robert Jordan. He even read Robert Jordan didn't get to finish his series.
So
he died.
Oh yeah, the author's
They
dead.
like there were 3 novels left, and he died before they could come out. So his wife contracted an author by the name of Brandon Sanderson to come in and finish The Wheel of Time.
Right. Okay.
Because like this was the one that she felt like Robert would trust with his work.
Okay.
So at that point, Amazon came in and said, "We'll do a Wheel of Time series," and they took everything that made Wheel of Time unique and destroyed it.
That's too bad.
And what's funny is like, given how important things like gender are right now, like this would have been the series to adapt.
Right.
It's like women are better because they don't go insane because of their magic. And no, they've completely ignored that concept and they're race swapping characters left and right. Which already kind of bugs me because like those races exist in the world of Wheel of Time, but they also have their own heritages and their own legacies, and you're not adhering to them.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So basically what it's the equivalent of is if you took a black guy who would have been like in the concept of Lord of the Rings, he would have been like a southerner in the land of Middle Earth,
right,
with his own culture, and you just made him a Gondorian,
right,
when that doesn't make sense because you already have another culture that he could be a part of that would have its own pride, its own distinctions, and you completely ignore that because you want to just put him in Gondorian.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of crap last night and got called all kinds of things, you know, the usuals. Racist, stupid, retarded, all that stuff. And like, I have not finished Wheel of Time. I've read like 3 to 4 books in it. This is a big series, guys. It's like 15 books. All of which are like 400 to 500 pages. Because this guy could describe better than J.R.R. Tolkien, and that's a feat. And even I know that you effed up, and you had lightning in a bottle, and you weren't even willing enough to go down that road. And it's just like, yeah. People wonder why I get annoyed with woke storytelling and all that, because you have things that make it unique and interesting that you just outright ignore. And what's funny is like, given the emphasis on women these days, like some of the, like most of the strong characters in Wheel of Time are women. And you took everything away from them that made them strong.
That's sad when you miss
Hey
the
Jeff,
fun
do you want to put them back in the kitchen too? Do you want them all to make you a sandwich? Good fucking God. So, yeah, that's a thing that happened. So, yeah, I wanted to get into that. Don't watch Wheel of Time. I'm happy to say that my brother has been watching it, and he's a lot more patient than me. And part of that is just because I've seen enough woke storytelling that I'm just done with it. Because I have a choice. Either I can go watch woke storytelling and be pissed at it, or, I don't know, I have a bunch of series that I have on DVD that I could go watch again.
Right.
Which would you rather do? You know? So, I'm happy that he's getting something out of it, but it does actually annoy the crap out of me that one of the things that makes it unique, and even he acknowledges, like, they should have done that, but they didn't. And it pisses me off. So yeah, that might be something that we have to talk about on the podcast. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought for a second that the voice had cut out. Like, no? What's with the audio? I need to hear my Johnny Young Bosch!
We've informed you of the situation with Sakaki and Yada via email.
So let me get this straight. This Yada guy got in a fight with the higher-ups at CC Corp and got fired?
Well, Yada had mentioned before
Now he has to go back to
that
Blockbuster.
someone is behind Sakaki, pulling his strings.
Furthermore, I'm also the one who drew in Sakaki, and the one who gave him Ida.
You bastard.
Ovan.
It's not just Sakaki. No doubt everything that's been happening up until now.
Was all Ovan's doing, right? Bastard. He just does as he pleases.
Well,
Well, he is
I
Ovan
won't let him have
Cockblocker.
his way. I'm going to go and find Yada. I'll search for him in the real world.
To be honest, I still feel uneasy about Yata. But I don't plan on giving up on the GU while all this is going on.
As for me, I'll stick with Haseo.
Goddamn,
Well, I'm
Liam.
gonna stick with Master N. And not Haseo. I can't follow Sakaki as he is right now. Then again, I can't just leave him alone either.
You know, I don't owe Yada anything.
Haseo.
And this is where he takes a dark turn.
But I decided I'm going to see this thing through to the end. I don't know why Ida was in Ovan's left arm. Or why Shino got PK'd by Ovan. Or why I'm an epitaph user or the terror of death. Or awakened to the Avatar. Or why I met Ovan.
You know, this brings up an interesting question.
Or even why I'm here in the first place. I'm not going to run away from the world. When I don't know myself at all.
Thank you, Haseo.
My arm is clipping.
I'm
It's very
positive
painful.
I'll be able to bring Master Yada back. All I need is
Shout out,
just a little bit of
really
time.
quick,
I
Barbie.
see that.
We'll get
Yes.
through the cutscene.
I'll do what I can to look through the world.
People
while
actually
Kai's
do get
busy
mad
out
at
in the
me for
real
talking
world.
over the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Well then,
And in some cases I don't
suppose I'm
care,
off
but
too.
this is not one of them.
Call me again if something happens.
Okay, I'm with Master N too.
Okay, so, shout out, do you prefer this series or the original more?
Oh, that's tough. And
Are we talking the games?
yeah, the games, I'm sure. So, yeah, I said this before. I think I said this before. I don't think I have a strong preference for one or the other because the way they're presented is pretty different enough that I feel like both series give a unique experience. There are definitely elements in either one that I could go or leave, take or leave.
Yeah.
I think I like the experience system. I think I'd prefer the original a little more to this one. But this one has a much more refined combat system, so I enjoy this one a little bit more. I like the story in this one being a little more...
Would you want CyberConnect to make a whole new one, or would you just want reboots?
I would love a new one. I'd love to see what they do with a new
Like
one.
a new .hack?
Yeah.
And see what new ideas they come up with?
Absolutely. I'd love to see what they could do with a brand new game.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm not against them bringing, like, the original 4 up to current console standards.
Yeah,
But,
same.
I also do understand people's frustration when they scream, like, okay, we're remastering
my
everything
leave
under
here.
the sun.
See you, Haseo.
When are we going to come up with original ideas? And they do have a point. And that's honestly what I'd like to see a little bit more is bring .hack into into modern aesthetics, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Remaster the original.
Like, what would .hack do when it has competition like Sword Art or most isekais are now like video game adaptations in some way?
Yeah.
Like, what would .hack do, since they, in my
Sirius
opinion,
is
they are the
calling me?
original.
Let's head to...
And I know some people who are going to point out, well, the Dragon Warrior MMO, or the Dragon Warrior anime, but that was actually based in the world. That wasn't like that wasn't like Captain N being brought into the video game world.
Yeah.
That's the difference here.
Well, yeah, those are like just straight on RP. Those are just straight stories.
Yeah.
Fantasy stories. that-
Exactly, they're tied in the world.
Kind of guy to use
So at
cheap
that
taunts
point,
like this?
you don't have that gamey aspect.
Yeah, you don't have the game within the game kind of deal.
Mhm. And frankly, since I mean, I might be wrong about
where'd
this.
you
Somebody could
go?
point out something else to
We
me,
could
and
really
I
use
don't
your-
know it. But to me, .hack is the one that pioneered the concept.
I feel like it is. Yeah.
I don't want to say that right off because, the 70s, the 80s were a thing, and somebody will find something.
Yeah.
that will be. It's like, okay, point taken. But
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
the
want to
problem
say,
when you
yeah,
try
I
to find
think that they
first.
were the pioneers. for this
Certainly,
idea.
especially, yeah, maybe if not the first, they definitely have been the trendsetters because you know the first games were early PlayStation 2. They 2 years into PlayStation 2's lifetime.
Yep.
These were kind of at the tail end of the PlayStation 2, or not the tail end, more like the beginning of the end, because these came out. GU came out about the time PS3 was coming out
Was
onto
it
market.
CyberConnect that did the animes, or was it a different studio?
They helped produce it, but somebody else animated them.
Yeah. Okay. So they were working on the games, and then somebody else was working on the anime.
Yeah.
So that
this-
might be interesting.
You know, I think this is you could definitely say Dot Hack is the one that kind of spurred the whole multimedia, cross-media franchising, you know?
Yeah.
What
Well,
to have-
and they capitalized on it at the right time because MMOs were
Sirius is
not.
calling. Let's
They
head to
weren't
Lumina
beginning.
Cloth.
They were hot at that point, and so it made sense to do something like that, and people could relate to it because you know we're not talking in the PlayStation 2 era. You know that Dot Hack was being created when like Ultima Online was a thing, or when the original Phantasy Star Online was a thing.
Yeah, EverQuest.
We're talking like no, this would have been post EverQuest. This would have been
Oh, yeah.
even post Final Fantasy 11, because I think somebody even confirmed to me that the Dot Hack games were made. One of them coincided with one of FF11's expansions. So at that point, like even FF11, which is I want to say like the first majorly popular MMO after Ultima, because EverQuest wasn't entirely that. EverQuest had a following, but 11 still had a little bit more.
The PK tournament at the Sage
But
Palace?
the difference was they had Japan.
Yeah, I heard that players with a high PK count get priority entrance.
It's usually tough to get selected to enter the Sage Palace tournament.
And until the tournament starts, there's a special rule.
Uh-huh.
Seriously? For real?
And what's
Here,
this new
I'll
rule?
show you.
Those are your boobs! I like boobs.
You over there.
Yes?
Betrayal.
Why? You're not supposed to be able to PK in town.
How's that? It's a PK free-for-all from here on in.
Sweet!
I was wondering if this aspect was going to be coming back.
I guess even CC Corp comes up with some good ideas sometimes. This is perfect for us.
Come on, let's go find us some noobs and PK 'em. A chance like this is rare, you know.
PKing in town?
Be careful, Terror of Death. There are no doubt many PKs that despise you.
Oh, hi. Did you ever work things out with your manager at McDonald's?
He did.
Okay, all right.
Read
You,
the CC
you didn't lose your job as Fry Guy?
No, he didn't.
I still want to see that.
Daihaku is the one who planned this PK
I
tournament.
don't know. Maybe he'd probably work at a sushi place now.
There's a title match starting at the Sage Palace.
Aw, he's taking things out on poor raw fish. Okay, so this is the new tournament, but I
Yep.
guess now every place is a free-for-all. Does that mean you are now going to get encounters in town?
Net money to
I don't.
the winner of
No, I don't think that ever happens.
By net money, you mean cash?
Yes, cash.
That's crazy.
Yes. Everything about this is abnormal.
Well, that's because a 10-year-old twat is running the game.
Well, it's time for today's main event, the Sage Palace title match. Look, here comes the challenger.
Okay.
Hey, he looks tough.
And here comes the Sage Palace Emperor. Ladies and gentlemen, Tayaku.
Okay.
Seems like he's fighting alone.
He's an epitaph user.
No, but he is Ida infected with Ida.
Oh, that makes it even more intriguing.
Eat this.
too slow. Can I
He
use a
wasn't hurt
sword?
by that spell?
Taihaku is the greatest Sage Palace Emperor ever, and a leading weapons collector. His weapon, the magic sword Maxwell, renders all spells ineffective.
But even so, he's just one guy.
Here it comes.
Wait, if he's supposed to be a gunner, why is he using a sword?
Good question.
And of course, nobody else can see the side of infection.
Nope.
Was that Ida?
Haseo, isn't Taihaku the same as me?
Well, not really, because you actually yelled at your customers.
Serves you right. That's what you get for attempting to steal it!
Yeah, you were pretty crazy.
I do not know much about Ida, but those black dots around Taihaku's sword.
Oh my goodness. See, guys, Twitter was right. All black people are evil. No, I'm kidding. Oh god, he's possessed by Ryback! Okay, which one's that?
The sword talked.
Yes. But Maxwell was not originally such a sinister sword.
It was once a silver hammer.
Has Ida corroded the sword's data?
Was it what? So it was a
Let's
sword
go.
and magic.
I don't want to see
hammer.
Taihaku like this.
Actually, that was a Beatles reference, but okay.
Oh god damn it! So now my thing doesn't work anymore. Damn it.
No.
Okay. So this is the new threat. Basically, is this guy
Yeah.
Taihaku?
Serious. Thanks for letting me know about Taihaku. I'll see what I can figure out on my own.
Haseo, is there really nothing between you and Taihaku?
I can't say there isn't, but it's not like there is either.
You've changed. You
What?
always pushed people away
I'm
before.
gonna guarantee that we're gonna find out that he was like PKK'd by Haseo at one point.
I just didn't have the luxury.
Luxury?
The luxury to carry others with me.
I don't think so. It's been a while because I remember they crossed paths in Roots before
I
this,
could
but
Okay.
Only
I
think
don't
about
remember.
myself.
I don't think he PK'd him though.
So he was just a douchebag
That's
to him.
hard to
Well,
hear.
that's Sasuke.
But I'm glad I spoke with you. I don't want to see Taihaku end up like Alcade.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go clean toilets.
I'll save
Oh
them.
no.
Both Alcade and Taihaku.
My manager was really bad at me when I yelled at customers that one time.
They're both valuable friends of mine that play the world. Just like I do.
Thank you, Haseo. Those words will become my hope.
Well, at this point in the terms of the
Tayaku's been
universe, they do
contaminated
have
by
like
Ida, and the tournament system's been changed.
they have portable like lightweight VMUs that they can wear and wireless controllers. So it's very possible he could be playing the game right behind the counter at his work. So that's funny to
There's
think
only
about.
one person I know who could do that.
Totally wouldn't get in trouble for that because everybody else has those things on too.
Pretty
The
much.
person behind this is...
That would be the greatest thing ever, is like if like you're a manager of a fast food joint and you have like some VR fast food game that you play and it's like the greatest thing ever and you're super rich, but when you take the visor off, your place is a dump. And he's like, oh my god, nobody would come here. So this actually brings up an interesting question
regular meeting.
that I've
Anyway.
kind of wanted to ask for a while.
Yeah.
So the whole premise of this is that that
So Sakaki
Haseo was this terror of death. He was this uber PKKer.
He's
Right.
planning
And
on
then
spreading
he
Ida's
gets
seeds.
hacked.
Damn you, Sakaki.
And he has to get a whole new avatar and kind of start from the beginning. So it makes me want to ask the question, was his original character
I'll save out.
an avatar? Like or an epitaph user?
Yep.
Or if maybe that was like the system basically saying, you don't have this, so I'm going to make you start over, so you'll have this.
Yeah, good question. You know, I don't think they really addressed that.
That would be an interesting thing to talk about, because
Yeah.
they really haven't come back to that whole aspect of, you know, he was the terror of death once, and now he has this brand spanking new character where, like, because that was a big thing in the first game, is like he had to prove to people that he was this elite PKKer. And so I wonder if it's going to come into play in this game, because now PKs are going to be a lot more active
Yeah.
in the world.
You know,
so, I don't know.
It might actually be that he's always had it. Well, I don't totally know, because Haseo's is Sora from Dawn X Sign, just many years later now. And
so at that point, it would make me think that if he is that, then yeah, Skaith would have been with him.
Yeah, because Skaith was the one that data drained Sora.
Yeah.
In Sign. So yeah, it's certainly possible that he always had the power.
Maybe. Or maybe he just never could access it in the way that he was originally.
Yeah.
So at that point, he needed to have that reset, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure people are going to be like, well, obviously they couldn't do that because you couldn't start off and like, well, that's not what I'm talking about. But the whole premise of the story is he lost everything, and he had to start all over again. And the difference here is that he had access to epitaph abilities that he wasn't aware of before. Maybe because his mind was shut to them.
Yeah.
And that could be the difference here. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays into things. So, are you telling me that sword was not possessed by an incarnation of Morgana?
The sword, no, because Ida's different. Morgana was the world itself.
So that whole feed me more thing was not one of those things.
No.
Okay.
Gaspard!
Oh no, Gaspard has been PK'd. And now he joins the Lost
You
Ones.
worthless pieces of gutter trash! I'll take you all out!
We can hunt all the prey we want now. If we get enough, we might even be able to get into the tournament.
And even if I can't get into the tournament, it feels great to PK out in the open like this.
What's going on? Why is there PKing in town?
Hey, another easy mark.
Oh, you scared?
Don't bother apologizing. It won't help you.
They have to type out lol.
Yeah.
Huh? Haven't I seen these guys?
Name's... Haseo?
Haseo? Like that Haseo?
The terror of death?
You jerks. What did you do to my friends?
Let's get out of here!
Oh, look who's peeing their pants now.
Gaspard! Wait, we're coming! How could the towns be PK zones? Who's the genius that introduced this system? Who is this supposed to be fun for?
10-year-old twat.
Scared. I can't walk around town freely or even open up shop when it's like this.
Horrible. This kind of system just hurts everyone. It's unforgivable! Haseo, we have to get the world back the way it was, for Syllabus and Gaspard.
Yeah, you're right, Adelie. I can't forgive anybody who'd take their joy away. Sakaki, I won't let you have your way.
I'm gonna give you a spanking. I'm going to do what everybody on Reddit fantasizes they could do to Ezra Miller right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the bullshit he's doing?
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh my god, he almost killed somebody.
Yeah, seriously.
So,
let's meet up.
I don't know the details, but apparently he was asked to leave somewhere. So he throws a chair at them.
Right.
Yeah.
Good God.
Jesus Christ.
And Warner Brothers has apparently had an emergency meeting about him and basically halted every project he's involved with.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let them become lost ones.
Yeah, that was a good decision, Warner Brothers. I'll give you that. But I can guarantee you he's not going to be on the press tour.
Definitely.
But basically now our Ezra Miller revenge fantasies will be acted out upon Sakaki. I have no problem saying that. Because that's going to be fun, right?
Outer dungeon from before.
Yeah.
Let's invite Kun and Adelie and head to the meeting place.
Okay, so are you gonna go meet outside of the game again, or?
No, we're gonna go find an outer dungeon, and we're gonna go there.
Oh, we're going to go there.
Yeah.
We're going to that.
Let's see.
Hopefully, we're going to that because easily something else could have happened. So this is another interesting piece of information. I'm not sure if this is going to make a podcast or not, but I want to bring it up with you at the very least, Alex, because last year we watched the John Wick.
Right.
And it turns out the creator of John Wick has been given a very interesting video game adaptation.
Yeah.
So he's going to get Streets of Rage.
Well, he wrote a spec on it, so...
Yeah.
He hasn't officially been given it yet, but I hope Sega does give it to him.
I kind of... Yeah, that actually would be an interesting game property to do, because you could easily make like a Fight Club kind of movie off of that, and it would still make sense. So I kind of hope they give it to him.
Let's hurry up and get there.
Because that would be an interesting one, especially with the popularity of Streets of Rage 4. So, yeah, give it to him, please? Pretty please? Oh, and of course, the other big thing that people are talking about with current Marvel news, apparently, so the first Thor Love and Thunder trailer has dropped.
Right.
Because it's like 3 months away from releasing. And they did unveil female Thor, it looks like. But apparently they're also going to do a gay relationship between Thor and Star-Lord.
Really?
That's what I'm hearing. I have not seen the trailer, so I do not know what they're doing. And I have no intention of seeing it, because I'm done. I still have MCU fatigue.
Yeah,
so I'm not really all that interested. But yeah, what in their right mind think? Who in their right mind thinks that would be a good idea? Pairing up Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt. Like that looks kind of dumb, especially considering that Endgame had them fighting.
Yeah.
I think this is a bad idea, and you shouldn't do it. I mean, I knew we were going to get Natalie Portman as Thor because, you know, I knew about female Thor at that point.
Right.
And I don't agree with it, just because female Thor, after doing my homework, is not the greatest idea on paper. I definitely would have liked a different story adaptation. But that's where they're gonna go. But it doesn't even matter because I'm not gonna go see it. I'm still burned out on MCU.
Yeah, I'm MCU now too.
This is one thing I don't think Disney has realized yet, is like people are still suffering from a lot of MCU fatigue, hence why they've been seeing
Diminished returns.
diminishing numbers when it comes to Eternals, when it comes to the movies that have come out since then.
Where are Sakubo and Endrance?
Neither of them are here.
Uh-oh.
Well, it looks like they're both logged in. Let's send them a quick email. Huh? It looks like they're both busy right now.
Can't we just email them later?
Yeah, I guess we can. Let's get started then.
We're gonna lose Endrance, aren't we?
I've been
He
looking
got
around
caught.
on my own, and there's still one thing I'm uncertain about. This PK tournament that Sakaki says he organized. Along with the enormous prize, he's made the rules very strange. You'd expect that a few players would voice some disagreement with him. But so far, not a single one has so much as asked a question about it.
Are you sure about that? Or did
Then
they get
again,
silenced?
If anyone did speak out, they'd probably just get strung up like criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think
Or
that's
PK'd.
odd? Maybe all of the world is slowly turning into an IDA server. Pi, did you find anything while you were looking into IDA?
No, because my hand is still clipping into my arm, and it's very painful.
Pi?
You must be tired.
Huh?
No. Here's a hot pocket.
I guess even you can be nice sometimes. I'm fine. This is all for Master Yada. But not just him. For me as well.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I guess this is all we have to report. Let's head back to town. If anything comes up, make contact by email and we'll meet as needed.
Yeah.
So we're basically just
I'll take my
playing
leave as
secret
well.
hooky kind
See
of
you,
thing.
Hassan.
Yeah, just
Oh, and holy crap, where did the time go? Holy shit.
yeah.
We have like 10 minutes.
Wow,
So,
jeez.
yes, actually. So, okay. We can't leave?
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
We can't log out.
No! No!
You've got mail.
You got mail. Congratulations. You ain't leaving, motherfucker. All right, so basically PKing is legal now.
Yep.
In towns, and 10-year-old twat has been basically creating a survival of the fittest tournament. It sounds like.
Bobby, it was great to have you.
No, it's good to see you too, Bobby. So it looks to me like I kind of agree with the sentiment. They're basically trying to make an IDA server out of this, where
you gotta
anything is allowed.
Put on your best corporate voice, Adam.
Oh, okay, sorry. Dear Haseo, thank you for your regular patronage of the world. You have been chosen as a participant for the tournament about to take place at the Sage Palace Arena. If you wish to confirm your enrollment, please head to the arena counter in Lumina Cloth immediately to register in person. The winner of this tournament will gain the right to challenge the present Emperor. Tai Haku!
I should go to the arena counter to register for the tournament. I hate to do just what Sakaki wants, but all I can do now is trust Pi and buy time.
I also don't want to feed that sword more.
There's something I forgot to mention earlier, so I'm telling you via mail. IDA's endangering the world's operation, so that's got CC's higher-ups backed into a corner. So much that they had to agree with Sakaki's unsurprisingly ridiculous demands.
Well, he is 10.
Yep.
So
I've done my own investigation within CC Corp, but I came to the same conclusion as Kuhn. It looks like all the world is gradually becoming an IDA server. Just remember what happened to Moontree's area and the earlier times on the IDA server.
Because if I remember correctly, Moontree's area is still quartered off, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where he
Can't
started.
do a thing about what's going on inside CC Corp. I'm counting on you, Pi. Sakaki said he would give us a seated entry. Anyway, I'm going to enter the tournament to buy us some time.
That sounds like a plan. All right, and I think that's all we got time for tonight. So it's been awesome, guys. We appreciate you guys coming in. If you are brand spanking new to this stream, first of all, welcome. We're happy to have you guys here. If you guys wouldn't mind considering giving a like and maybe even smashing that subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate it. It definitely helps out this channel as well as any others for both Twitch and YouTube. So you guys can check that out. We will be back tomorrow, myself and Andrea, for some Horizon Forbidden West, but Alex will be back on Friday when we do our monthly podcast, our mega podcast, because April has been so productive. But more importantly, I want to advertise that next Saturday, we will not have Andrea here, because we will be playing The House of the Dead remake. So it is officially time, Alex. We cannot ignore this anymore.
I am so excited for this.
We have to meet G over there. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!